Shaolin, I know things are difficult for you. I feel sorry for a young girl like you. As long as you're willing, I can waive your rent right away. Get away from me. Honey, weren't you on a business trip? A business trip? So if I was away, no one would interrupt your fun, I'll deal with you when we get home. No matter who provoked whom just now, you can't keep living here. Move out today. Hurry and find another place to rent. Do you still have a room for rent? I'm very quiet. I won't disturb you. A renter is almost like a ghost. May I ask if the rent can be paid monthly? I saw the listing you posted. It says 1 month's monthly deposit. Is fine. 1 month's deposit. Okay. Upfront. 1 month upfront. May I come by this afternoon to see it? Number 17, Sakura Alley. The doorbell is broken when you arrive. Are you Mr. Lu? Don't ring the bell. You're the one here to rent the room? Do you want to come in? Only then did she realize she was still standing in the rain. Then she tripped over the threshold. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't be nervous. The door frame won't feel pain. I turned and walked inside. Footsteps came from behind me. I was standing on the doormat, struggling over whether to take off her shoes or soaked. Just come in. Only then would she carefully follow me. Used to be a storage room. I just cleaned it out last month. Come in. This room gets the best light. The window faces the sakura tree. Because when I turned around, I saw her eyes light up. She had kept her head down before. I had never seen her face lifted her head slightly. A beam of light happened to fall across her face. The sakura corners of her mouth unconsciously curved up a little and lowered her head again. It's very nice. Rent is 1,000. 1 month deposit. Let's make the rules clear first. No bringing friends back to stay overnight after 10 p.m. Can you accept that? Her shoulders clearly stiffened. Then 800? Can you do that? As expected, she was bargaining. 850. Really? I can't go lower. No, she choked for a second. 850. I'm kidding. Take it or leave it. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Landlord. If you can accept it. 1 month deposit. Give me your ID so I can register. Her hands were shaking as she searched her bag for her ID. I took it and glanced at it. Lin Wanwan, 19 years old. That's a pretty nice name. Can I move in today? Whatever. I don't have much luggage. That makes things easy. Here's the key. Clean out by yourself. I cooked an extra bowl of tomato and noodles for dinner. It wasn't served the noodles that I realized something was wrong. I had a guest. I carried the noodles and stood outside her door for a while and knocked. No response. Just as I was about to turn away, suddenly opened, reached out through the gap. I handed the bowl. The door slammed shut. From beginning to end, I didn't even see her shadow. Thank you. The next day, when I went to clean the kitchen, that someone had already done it for me. Cleaned spotless. There was also a note in tucked under the bowl. One line was written. They were delicious. Thank you for the noodles. I folded the note. I casually slipped it into my apron pocket. Then I took 2 eggs from the fridge. Put them that was the first transaction between us. The next afternoon, the rain outside had thrown away the trash of sweet and sakura blossoms. Soil. I carried the trash bag to the corner of the alley. Suddenly, I heard someone ahead jeering. Long time no see. Heard you dropped out. What, too scared to go to college now? We only played with you for 3 years. Was that enough to scare you this badly? Move aside. What? Louder. I can't hear you. I said, please. Move aside. Oh, let me see what you drew. Trees, flowers, and the sky again. Lin Wanwan, you're still so boring. But this one isn't bad. I kind of like it. The next second, she slammed the drawing onto the ground. The third, the fourth, papers scattered everywhere. Let out like a sob from someone being strangled. Her arms, which had jerked reached down again to pick up the fallen drawings. What's the point of drawing these? Who would even look at them? Seriously, you might as well give us the money you spent on paper. The red-haired girl was about to speak again. Heard footsteps. The blonde girl turned back quickly shouted, "Let's go, let's go! Coming. We'll come play with her next time." The three of them turned and looked at me at the same time over and when it fell to the ground, what they had drawn. I'm her landlord. You like bullying people. Come bully me then. That'll be your chat. What do you want? Otherwise, don't blame me for coming after you again. Free lately. The redhead still wanted to talk, but the blonde pulled at her phone. You move your foot. I bent down and picked up the drawings that had been dirty. Don't show up in this alley again. Do you hear me? The three girls looked at each other. Grabbed the three of them staggered toward the alley entrance. It's fine now. Don't cry. Teach, Thank you. Then she lowered her head and kept picking up the drawings on the ground. Crouched down to help her pick them up. One of them was of the sky. A pink-purple sunset covered the rice paper. Blurred in the muddy water. I saw a tiny signature in the corner of the paper. I froze when I picked it up. It wasn't a landscape. It was a person standing in the kitchen, wearing an apron and frying eggs. It was only a few simple lines. I recognized it. At the bottom right corner, she had signed her name again. Was even smaller than the others. I turned the drawing over to cover it up. I hadn't seen it. You draw very well. Thank you, Mr. Landlord. Then I'll go back now. She hugged the drawings to her chest and ran with her head down into the depths of the alley entrance. I bent down and picked up the remaining scraps back home. I sat at my desk, staring blankly at the computer screen for a long time. For a part-time project I had taken a few days earlier. There was still one line I just couldn't fix. But my mind was full of that sketch. I felt terribly irritated. The next morning, I woke up choking. Not because of the alarm, but because of smoke. As soon as I opened my eyes, seeping in under the door, swirled through the air was filled with a burnt smell. I couldn't tell what was burning, but it definitely wasn't anything good. My first thought was fire. My second thought was, damn, I flipped out of bed. Barefoot, I rushed out of the bedroom. The living room was full of smoke. The open kitchen door. What do you mean? Are you trying to burn my house down? Are you trying to burn my house down? Sorry. I just thought yesterday's noodles were delicious. I wanted to make breakfast to repay you. Repay me? Are you trying to poison me? No. This was supposed to be an egg pancake. But the flour seemed wrong. I turned off the water. Then there was a streak of flour above her right eyebrow, running from the corner of her eye to her chin. Calico cat that I couldn't hold back and burst out laughing. She froze. It was the first time she had seen me smile. But this was actually damn interesting. All right. By the way, your hand. Let me see if you got burned. Really? No. If not, why are you hiding it? Show me your hand. You call this not burnt? She said nothing. I sighed. I dug out burn ointment from the first aid kit in the living room. Her fingers trembled slightly in my palm. Her fingertips were ice cold. You're not allowed in the kitchen anymore. But, no buts. I'll cook breakfast and for washing dishes. Counts as 50 yuan off the rent. I already think 8.50 is very cheap. Will you wash them or not? Fine, breakfast is egg fried rice. Wait there. Sorry. I'll put it on your tab and deduct it from next month's rent. After depreciation, when I bought it, I'll count it as 68. You're deducting rent. I know. Yesterday, when you said 8.50, you deliberately charged me less. The lowest rent? The 200-pound guy upstairs bargained with me for 3 days. A single yuan. What are you smiling about? Go wait in the living room. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Landlord. From then on, it became a strange place of agreement. I said she wasn't allowed, but I never said she couldn't stay at the doorway. Every afternoon around 5:30, when I tied on my apron and started washing rice and chopping vegetables on a wooden chair by the kitchen door. I called that chair the supervisor's seat. She never came in. She just sat at the door, quietly watching me cook. Sometimes when I looked back, our eyes would she would quickly look away, pretending she hadn't been watching anything. She was a pretty good audience. When watching me cook, she never pointed fingers. She never complained that I chopped too slowly. Sometimes when I added seasoning to oil and curiously look at the bottles and jars in my hand. She knew. I didn't like people chattering beside me. Although I never said that aloud. I forgot to add salt to the soup. Myself. She had already pushed the salt jar at the low wooden table in the living room. She sat on the small stool opposite me. She always held her bowl and said nothing at the rice grains. Later, and sent them one by one into her mouth at me when I told a lame joke. One day, Xu Xian gave his wife a hat. Madam Whitesnake put it on. She died. Why? Because it was a duckbill cap. A duckbill cap. Get it? I said, your sense of humor is way too easy to satisfy. Expression is too funny. After dinner, she washed the dishes, routine. And I wiped the table and carefully wiped very slowly. She was more serious than someone doing a chemistry experiment. Can I go now? Go ahead. I said that every time, without waiting for my reply. She would say that. And then after this routine repeated for 7 days, forward to dinner. Maybe I'm just greedy. One night, After she finished washing on the sofa and found the Mormons post she had made yesterday. Me the day before. There was only one photo in her moment, like the caption with 3 words. There were no likes, so happy, and no comments below. Those 3 words I tossed for a long time and tilted my head back to look at the ceiling. She was walking around in her room. This old house had poor soundproofing. Steps upstairs could be heard clearly. Downstairs, she walked very slowly and lightly. Her footsteps were a little hurried. Back and forth several times. I didn't think much of it. My mistake was not around 10 o'clock. I suddenly heard a dull thud from upstairs. It was the sound of a body hitting the wall. Then came a clear sound. I sobbed desperately. I grabbed my jacket and rushed upstairs. 拎娃娃，拎娃娃. No one answered. I pressed my ear to the door. I heard a burst of chaotic, rapid breathing, like someone pulled out of the water, desperately gasping for oxygen. What are you doing in there? Opened the door. I stepped back and kicked hard at the door. The door slammed into the wall. I held it open with one hand. The room lights only were the white glow of the phone screen lit the ceiling. Message notifications densely filled it. She was curled up in the corner of the bed, pressed tightly to the wall. Pulled her chest. Her whole body shrunk into a tiny ball. My instinct told me the problem was her phone. The phone from the screen were private message notifications, one after another. An account with a flashy avatar. The account was called Strawberry was a long string of screenshots, and this paragraph of text me out of 80 yuan for an avatar. I turned off the phone screen. I crouched down and carefully reached out. I gently touched her shoulder, violently letting out a hoarse scream. 林婉婉 gave no response at all. These were symptoms of a panic attack. I had once read an article specifically about this. To recall the solutions helped her up in my arms, letting her lean against a stable surface, giving her a safe and controllable environment. Her alone. I held her and sat letting on her the edge of her heartbeat was as fast as an out-of-control motor. With no rhythm. I pulled a blanket over her. It's okay. It's okay. Slow your breathing. Follow me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe 10 minutes maybe passed. Half an hour. Maybe even longer. Her trembling body slowly relaxed. Her breathing gradually returned to normal pace. Her clenched fingers loosened. Her whole body leaned weakly like a string that had finally relaxed after being stretched to its limit. Twitching from before. But loud. I held her tighter. I said nothing. I just quietly held her and kept patting her back. She cried for a long time until her voice became hoarse. Her breathing calmed down. Her body no longer trembled. She slowly pulled away from my arms, wiping her tears with the back of her hand, afraid to look at me. Thank you. Drink some water. She took the cup and sipped. She choked a little, coughed twice, then took another sip. She held the cup with both hands and lowered her eyes in silence. I picked up her phone, unlocked it, and tapped into strawberry-flavored Cutie's profile. It was very little. The account had been registered 3 months ago. I opened the warning post she had made and read it carefully from beginning to end. The chat records were only showed what Lin Wu had said. Messed up. The most important part. The conversation and asking the other party to confirm receipt. I took screenshots and exited. She lifted her head and looked at me. I turned and went downstairs. I opened my bedroom door and studied software engineering. Although I didn't like working as a programmer, a few online traces was still nothing. At 2:17 a.m. The real IP address of that strawberry-flavored identical accounts. All those accounts were located at one address. A dorm room in a university town in the province. I found the capital post on another social platform. Scored a free avatar feeling today. Great. In the comments, one of her friends asked how she got it for free. After it's done, anyway, just ask for a retract. Anything to me. I took screenshots and screen recordings. Chat logs. I clearly compared her with contradictory refund records. There were 21 pieces of evidence was perfectly the logical gaps were obvious. 3 a.m. I organized all the evidence into a long post. The original screenshots. At the same time, I privately messaged that account as well as a self-media account dedicated to that strawberry flavored my long post. She panicked and started deleting posts. My long post had already been reposted. The comments started rising. This evidence what's going on? Pretty complete. So this is like a reversal. The scammer is that cutie. The evidence defending the artist. I feel so bad for the artist girl. She publicly apologized. She transferred back the 80 yuan she owed for the avatar. I tossed the phone aside and leaned back in the chair, rubbing my sore eyes. Outside the window, dawn was breaking. Sparrows chirped noisily on the sakura tree. Morning light slipped through half-open pale golden streak. Soft footsteps sounded on the stairs. Her eyes were still swollen. She looked at me. I looked at her for a long time. I slept a little and woke up. Her gaze fell on the dark circles
I've taken care
under
of everything.
my eyes. You can check it yourself. She
And
took
lowered
the phone.
her head to
Her
scroll for a
finger
while.
stopped on the page, showing that the other
It
party
paused
had
there
transferred
for several
seconds. Her
seconds.
eyes turned red again.
Don't cry.
You have too many tears.
She raised the back of her hand, wiped her eyes.
Why did you help me? I'm just your tenant. I stood up and walked to the kitchen doorway.
I picked up the apron and tied it on. Breakfast
You
is
still had
egg fried
answered me.
rice. I opened the fridge and took out 3 eggs.
Maybe because I'm nosy.
Thank you, Mr. Landlord.
If you're bullied next time, say something. If
I'll
you can't,
say it for you.
come find
After
me.
that day,
Lin Wanwan changed
the
a
change
little.
was tiny.
If you didn't look closely, you wouldn't
For
notice
example,
it at all.
she no longer
Do you know
buried
why
her
flowers
face
can
in her
smile?
bowl. Because they have stems. Sometimes she would lift
And when
her
I told a
head.
lame joke, the corners
she
of her
would
mouth
pretend
would
to
curve
drink
up
water.
first.
She dared to look
Although
me in the
anything
eyes
beyond
usually
that
ended
ended
with
with
her
her
flustardly knocking
Also,
over a
when
cup.
she washed dishes,
She
began
hummed
humming
tunes
softly.
I couldn't name.
The melody was soft,
like a spring breeze, passing through
Once
the
I
tips of the
deliberately
sakura
stood
branches.
at
Her
the kitchen
humming
door
grew quieter
until
and
finally
quieter.
her
Silent.
ears were as red as boiled
It
shrimp.
sounds nice.
Keep going.
She scrubbed the bowl in her hands
Held
with a
it
squeeze
in
for a
finally
long time.
squeezed
Then
out.
she went around
I'm
me
done
and
washing.
I
Thump,
watched
thump,
her flee
ran
in
upstairs.
embarrassment, carrying into my mouth.
So sweet.
The
The
old
old sakura
sakura
tree in the courtyard began
petals
to shed its
drifted
flowers,
down like pink
covering
snow.
the entire
Every
courtyard.
morning when I opened the door,
I had to
crouched
sweep
by
once,
the edge of
choosing
courtyard,
the whole
picking
clean
up
ones.
placing them one by one into
What are
her
you picking those
sketchbook.
up for? To make bookmarks? You're making that many bookmarks?
Can you even read that many books? I can give you a few. Then you better make
So when
them
I
nice.
swept the
I also
courtyard,
started glancing sideways
the
at
next
the petals
day,
on the
under
ground.
my
There
mug,
was a sakura bookmark.
it had been laminated,
pressed neat and
flat.
The pale pink white petal was sealed in
Beside
transparent
it,
film.
in pen,
was
Thank
a
you,
tiny
Mr.
line of
Landlord,
words.
for the egg fried rice.
I slipped it
of that
into the
coding
best side
textbook.
copy.
I hadn't turned a single page in
While
half
I
a
leaned
year.
against the door,
By
I
the
suddenly
third,
realized
Lin
Wanwan
Wanwan
had already lived here
I
for
still
almost
hadn't
2
turned her
days.
go outside.
Except for that time she was
She had
blocked
not
in
taken
the
a
alley.
single step
She was
out
like
of
a
the
bird
courtyard
that had locked itself
cage
in a
door
cage
was
wouldn't
open.
leave. Not because she
But
didn't want
because
to.
she didn't dare.
I
On
decided
Saturday
to
morning,
take her out
after
for a walk, the
breakfast,
shopping bag into her hands.
Let's go to the market. You carry the vegetables.
The market was right at the alley entrance. 2 streets away, 5 minutes on
There
foot.
weren't many people.
At this hour, the old men and women
stall
had
owners
already bought
all
vegetables
stood at the
and
kitchen
gone
doorway,
home.
hesitating,
I'll treat you to roasted
afraid to
chestnuts
move.
Her
From the
eyes
stall
moved
by
a
the
little,
entrance.
as if she was making some kind
Let's
of
go, Lin
decision.
Wanwan.
You can't stay indoors your whole life.
If you're
really scared, you can hold on to my sleeve. She
At
stayed
last,
quiet
she
for
took
5
that
seconds.
step.
There was nothing scary
Tongcheng
about the
was
market.
a
The small
Changsey
county
market
town only
the
has
old
3
vegetable
rows
seller
of
stalls
stalls in
Here
total.
to buy vegetables
Then she
again?
stuffed an extra bulb of garlic
Lin
into my
Wanwan
shopping bag,
followed
clutching
behind
the
me,
shopping bag handle
walking
tightly.
with her head down.
Occasionally, when an electric
And
bike
shrink
passed
behind
by,
me.
she
Can
would
you
jump
make
in
it
fright.
cheaper,
I'm
Grandma?
buying 3 while I
Jing.
bargained with the old lady at
She
the vegetable
secretly
stall.
looked at
Her
the
eyes
goldfish
followed a
stall
red
beside us as it
butterfly-tailed
circled around.
goldfish.
Do you want it?
Want it? She was
And
startled.
shook her
I took
head
out 5
hard.
yuan and bought 2
Then placed
small
them
red
in
in her
her
hands.
hands.
She
And
held
the
the bag
corners
of
of her
goldfish to her
mouth
chest.
lifted.
Thank you. No need to be polite. On the way back, she took the initiative
From
to
walking
walk
behind
one
my
step
side.
forward. She moved to walking
There were still
beside
3
me.
steps between
But at
us.
least she no longer hid behind
That
me.
night after dinner, she kept the 2
In a
goldfish.
transparent glass jar.
When I went upstairs to deliver
I
the
saw her
freshly
drawing
washed
the 2
quilt
goldfish. The
covers.
pencil scratched softly
She
against
drew
the
with
paper.
particular
The goldfish tails
seriousness,
were huge and
rippling
flowing
in
in the water like 2 clouds of
She
red
gave
smoke.
that drawing to
The
me.
signature underneath was
That
no longer.
tiny name tucked in a corner.
Instead, it was 3 neat, upright characters.
In early May,
Lin
one of her
Wanwan was seen by an
illustrations.
editor from a picture book
That
publisher.
drawing was one she had made
A
earlier in the
sunset,
courtyard.
the sakura
And from
tree,
behind,
standing
a
in the
man
kitchen
in
an apron. She had posted that drawing on her social
With
platform.
only a single period
Unexpectedly,
as the caption.
that post was shared more than
Then
3,000
a private message
times.
from the publisher
Hello,
arrived.
Teacher Ling, I'm an editor at Yanming Picture
I
Book
saw your
Publishing.
illustration
and think it was
If
a
possible,
full picture book.
Would it be convenient
so
to meet
excited
and
she
show
rushed down
us
from
in detail,
upstairs in just a few
holding
steps.
up her phone for me to see. Her finger jabbed at the private message on
Her
the screen.
mouth opened for a long time, but
I
she
took
couldn't
the phone
say
and
one
glanced
complete
at it,
sentence.
and I froze too.
They want to sign you.
They want you to draw an entire picture book.
She nodded desperately.
So excited that
I
tears
handed the
came
phone
out.
back
Then
to
I
her.
picked her up and spun her around once.
She screamed
Then,
in fright.
finding that her
She
feet
grabbed my
had
shoulders.
left her
Her
grasp.
face flushed all the way down to her
I
neck.
quickly put her
What
down.
are you
Cleared
coughing
my
for?
and pretended nothing
Since we're
had
happy,
happened. We'll add
her
extra
face
dish
stayed red.
tonight.
That night, she ate 3 bowls
When it
of
came time
rice
to sign the
fish.
contract,
The happier she had
just
been
as
since
things
the
became
afterward
on
in the
this
county
day.
town.
The moment Lin Wanwan heard the words
That
meet
night,
in person,
she didn't
I
come down
shouted
from
upstairs
silent.
and
Only
knocked on
after
her
I
door.
knocked several
Her eyes
times
were
did
red.
she open it.
And I knew she had cried again. I don't dare meet them. What if they think I'm not good enough? What if I can't speak when I'm face to face with them? What if I sat down beside her? Do you want to draw this picture book?
Silent for a while.
Nodded dully. Then
I'll
go
go
with you. She
There were
raised her
still
face
tears in
and
her
looked at
eyes.
me. I'll embarrass myself. What embarrassment? You're the prettiest girl I've ever seen. And your drawings are beautiful. Although you can't cook, your dishwashing is professional level. The goldfish you raise are even fatter than the ones in the aquarium.
Only then
did I realize
I turned my head to look out the window.
Mr.
It was quiet
Landlord,
for about 10
What?
seconds.
You said I'm the prettiest girl you've ever seen.
Did I?
Yes. You heard wrong. No, I didn't. Then why do you remember it so clearly? On the day we met the editor at the cafe, wore a dress I had never seen
If you
before.
keep
dawdling, we'll be late. I'm coming out. When she came around the corner, I froze for a moment.
Do I look good?
You look good. Let's go.
There were quite a few people on the bus.
She swayed when the bus
and
jolted.
instinctively grabbed my
I looked
sleeve.
down at her hand. Then I gently pulled my sleeve out of her
froze
grasp.
for a
Just as she
second.
was
My
about to pull
hand
back,
held
she went
hers.
stiff. The bus swayed forward unsteadily.
Outside
the window were rows
sliding
of sakura
backwards.
trees. She said nothing. I said nothing either. Only her hand, which had been stiff and fully curled
slowly
at
relaxed.
first. Then she gently held my hand back. There was a little damp sweat
That
in
was
her
the
palm.
nervousness
unique
to
to
her.
her. With the editor went more smoothly than
Wanwan
expected.
blushed
And kept her
She
head down
spoke
the entire
haltingly.
time. But the editor was a young woman with round
voice was
glasses.
gentle.
She didn't interrupt Wanwan once.
Instead,
whenever
she would take
Wanwan
over
stuttered,
naturally and
I
help
checked
smooth
the
things
contract
over.
terms for her
After
line by
confirming
line.
there were no
Her
problems.
hand shook so much.
I
she
held
could
the back of her
barely hold
hand
it.
to steady
Sign
it.
Lin
Don't be
Wanwan,
afraid.
I'm
The
strokes
here.
of those 3 characters.
But every stroke
trembled
was
slightly
upright
on the
and
paper.
neat.
On the
Like
note she
the
left in my
handwriting.
house on the
Exactly
first
the
day.
same.
After leaving the cafe,
She
stood under the sakura
and
tree
sadly
by the
I did it.
roadside. I stood beside her and lit
It was
a
a
cigarette.
habit I had picked up
After
when I was
coming back,
drifting in
I
Beijing.
didn't smoke
Moment,
much
For
anymore.
some
reason, I wanted one.
陆子
Thank you. It was the first time she didn't call me Mr.
I put out the
Landlord.
cigarette.
No need to thank me. From now on,
You
be
walk
like
ahead.
this. I'll watch from behind. When you cannot walk anymore,
I'll carry
she
you.
smiled
This time,
again.
It wasn't
one of those fleeting faint
It was a
smiles
smile
from
where
before.
her
Tears
eyes
that
curved
had
like
been
crescent
spilled out
moons.
together
In her
with a
eyes
smile.
so
Wind
long.
blew
The
in
last
from the
sakura
alley
petal
entrance.
landed in
I
her
reached
hair.
out and
She
picked
lowered
it off.
her
Then
head.
lightly bumped against my chest.
Like a sakura petal,
falling
almost
onto the
weightless,
surface
yet
of water,
sending
out ripples
I
that
stood
lingered
there.
the
for a
sound
long
of my
time.
heartbeat drowned out
She
the
stepped
wind,
back,
crossed
turned
the
and
entire
ran.
street.
After a few steps,
looked back
she
at me.
stopped.
For dinner, I want sweet and sour ribs. After shouting that,
Leaving
she
me
ran
standing
away. Alone in the early summer dusk, stuck there like a block of wood. I reached up and touched my face. So sweet. The
I
next
think
day,
I'm
the
falling in
alley
love.
entrance, I ran into
next
people
day,
I
the
shouldn't
alley
have.
entrance,
I ran
was
into
those
people I
3
shouldn't
girls
have.
again.
Against the utility pole
Like
at the
3
alley
moldy
entrance.
candied
When they
hawthorns.
saw me come out, they stiffened. Then they pretended to lower their
I walked
heads
more
and
than
play with
5
their
steps
phones.
away.
I heard a strange
So she
mutter
lives
behind me. That night, it rained heavily. It rattled against the roof
Like
tiles.
10,000 people
I
beating
held an
drums
umbrella
at the same
and
time.
stepped
By the
through
time I
puddles
came back,
the
half
whole
my
way. When
body
I
was
reached the
soaked.
alley
I saw 3
entrance,
shadows
standing
They
at the
pushed the
gate
gate
of my
and went
courtyard. I
I
closed my
jabbed the
broken
umbrella
into the
full of
ground.
them.
Stood in the middle
Looking
of the
up
courtyard.
at
the second
the
and
redhead
third
tilted
floor
her head
windows
back
and shouted,
Come
"Lin
down for a
Wanwan,
bit.
let's have a chat." Yeah, come down. The curtain on the third floor moved. Lin Wanwan's shadow froze.
Then she shrank back
and disappeared from the window.
Lin Wanwan, that's not very loyal
We
of
were
you.
sisters
We
once.
came all this way to see you.
And you won't even open the door?
Don't tell me now that you have a man. You've forgotten
I
your
stuck
sisters.
the umbrella against
cracked
the
my
wall
fingers.
and walked over. Who are you looking for?
Oh,
Who?
hello.
We
Lord
came to catch up
Landlord.
with our sister.
That's none of your business.
catch up, right? Last time in the alley, you threw
What are
her
you planning to
drawings.
throw this time?
What do you mean?
That was
throw?
all
We were
misunderstanding.
good friends with Lin Wanwan in high
Back
school.
then, she loved hanging
Lin
out with
Wanwan,
us.
come out. Tell him whether we're friends or not.
The light on the third
The
floor
whole
went
window
out.
sank
The
into
redhead
darkness.
froze halfway through shouting
She turned
and
to
choked.
look
Someone
at
who
me.
wasn't bothered turn off the lights.
Fine.
I see it now. You're her boyfriend, aren't you?
Yes.
So stay away from her from now on.
Wow, how interesting.
Let's go.
She
go.
has a knight protecting
We're
her
not
now.
worthy. Such a handsome
But
guy.
unfortunately, do you
his
know what
taste
kind of
isn't
person
great.
she
At
is?
school, she was famous for... You should leave.
Finally willing to come out?
I already called the police. If you don't leave, the police will come for you.
李婉婉, what do you mean?
You hooked a guy and now you
That's
don't recognize
right.
your
Li
sisters.
Wanwan.
Come down and say a few words to us.
You bullied me for 3 years.
And now you still refuse
I
to
grabbed
let
the
me
broom
go?
from the corner.
Are you leaving or not?
What?
Are you trying to hit us?
Come on, hit
That's
me.
intentional injury.
If I
don't scam
then
you for
I must
everything
be
you
having
have
a lucky
intellectual
day.
disability.
This is trespassing.
I have the right to remove you.
Besides,
Do you really think a courtyard this big has no surveillance cameras? We're leaving. The
She and
redhead
her
stood
two
up.
sisters
I
ran
stood
out
at
of the
door
courtyard.
and watched them go.
Take
If
care.
I see the
I won't
three of
see
you
you
off,
again.
I don't mind taking you to have tea with the
Lin
police.
Wanwan
on the third floor let out a breath.
You'll
Close
catch
the
the hold
window.
in the rain.
I sighed,
She
turned,
didn't move.
and walked into
Just
the
as
building.
I
A
entered,
thump, thump of footsteps.
She wasn't
came
even
from
wearing
the
shoes.
stairs. Barefoot. She ran down from the
It's
third
okay now.
floor. She plunged straight into my
With
arms.
quite a bit of
She
force.
knocked me half a step back against the
fingers
wall. Tightly clutched the clothes
gripping
on my
them
back. Through my
desperately.
wet clothes, they pressed against
Thank
my
you
back.
for saying you were my
I
boyfriend.
placed my hand on the back of her
And
head. Gently rubbed her damp hair. After calming myself
I
down,
spoke solemnly. What I said was true.
But weren't you just saying that to drive them away? I won't take it seriously. I like
You don't have
What about
to.
you? That day at the kitchen doorway,
You
said I was the prettiest girl you'd ever seen. Was it already then? Can you stop bringing that up?
No. I like you too. Then, now, your boyfriend can openly protect his own girl.